Hi, it's late at night here, and I wish I could magnify the sound so you could hear it of the whippoorwills outside. Even though it's past midnight, let me see what the temp is. It's probably, 80 plus. Oh, I was wrong. It's down to 71. I think it was over 90 today. All right, I'm going to take my time with this. There's no way this journal is going to fit into any 10-minute segment, and so I'm not going to worry with that. And so I am re-recording perhaps it's one of my favorite journals. It's called Are You Awake? And it was written December 27th of 2009. It was the first one of that day, written at 6:04 in the morning. The Mayan calendar day was 6 dog. And I really, really do enjoy this journal. And the recording that I made of it is frankly lousy. That was back from when I had sound problems and didn't have such a nice video camera. So, and I love the journal so much. And now I have places where I can record the whole thing and post it. I'll put it out on Blip, and it'll go to iTunes complete. So I'll do the thing with the 10-minute pieces for YouTube. But meanwhile, I'm spreading my wings a little more and flying with these things. So, are you awake? I know and don't know. Let us enjoy the difference in this consciousness, this being that I am. Who and what is us? Rather than say, I don't know, my frequent response to such a thing, to such a question, I will say I both know and don't know. Yes, I see the plurality there, but that does not faze me, as all is but one, and in plurality, union. No, I have not suddenly become schizophrenic, nor a multiple. It is not that. Yet I will speak up and say there is nothing wrong with those who occupy those states, nor even with the states. These souls are often more true and honest to their current state of being than the rest of us are. Their acknowledgment of their own reality, the current truth of their world, is often courageous. And I put a little note in and a link saying, take a refreshing dip into Ralph Waldo Emerson's essay, my favorite one, Self-Reliance, if you disagree. We create our realities out of the cloth of our beliefs. There is a simplicity to this that is stunning, and that is perhaps a bit off-putting at first, so I will repeat it. We create our realities out of the cloth of our beliefs. Your beliefs are the tools with which you carve out your world, your version of paradise. And if it is not a paradise, well then, that is strictly up to you. Do you see the duality there? The dichotomy between this view and the supposedly normal view of the world we've been acculturated to adopt? We've been encouraged to sit back and play the blame game with everything in life, placing responsibility and blame for things anywhere but within. And people will not see this until we once again, as in days of old, take full and complete responsibility for our life, our world, and everything that's in it. Does this sound strange, even harsh? It should, for that is you perceiving the sharp contrast between what is and what also is as potential. The blame game. I am willing to bet that some sort of blame will rise up in almost everyone who hears this. Surely not everything in my world is my fault. Surely this or that is due to society or the government or my rundown neighborhood or my schooling or lack of it. Surely I did not cause all of these things to be. How could I be responsible for fill in the blank? First, get out of mind. Drop back down into heart. Just refuse to listen to mind's arguments, at least for the moment, at least for long enough to experience this with me. Take my hand. It's okay, you're safe. You can return to mind at any time you desire. Now, step outside of yourself for a moment and look at that. Look at yourself casting blame all around, anywhere but within. Nor do I say that there is any blame involved at all, whether turned without or within. Everything is the way it is for a perfectly good reason. And great good can be gotten from things just as they are. If you can, just relax and be with that. See if you can accept it for just a moment. Remember, your old views are still there, ready to be taken up again any time you like. But instead, just for these few moments, come along with me and let's continue our journey. Stop listening to mind. It is neither bad nor negative that things are the way they are. They are simply that which is. We must stop making these value judgments, listening to mind as it conjures up this false reality, these false accusations and belief, pointing the finger every which way. Do you recall the lyrics to the old song, "Everything is beautiful in its own way"? Perhaps it is surprising, but this is accurate. I won't say true, because truth is something quite beyond words, and so accurate will have to suffice. Everything is beautiful in its own way. These words are forcing you down into your heart, for if you would understand them, you must leave the head. Wisdom is not a function of the mental mind. Wisdom is not a function of mind, and that is a whole lecture on its own. But this is not that. Oh dear, I just lost my place. I'll get better at this, I promise. But this is not that. Not now. This is just a reminder, something that sets off a bell that rings deep, resonant, and vibrant somewhere within each one, within the being. The call homeward. It is the echo of the call home, capital H. Homeward in consciousness, not in body. For you are not your form, and home means something having nothing at all to do with the body. It resides or is accessible within, most particularly within the heart. We're like the turtle we carry home with us. Words are resonant. They are powerful. They call you home if you are listening, No, not listen.